That's your first thought, bro. That's your first thought.
If I'm gonna get arrested with anybody, it's they Starbucks.
What the f am I getting myself into?
Let's go!
Let's go.
Let's go!
What's up, First Out listeners? Welcome back. It's another episode with just myself and Tucker. We're getting back into sports. Some things are starting. We're actually kicking it off. But per usual, before we get into our schedule, Tuck, give us our obscure sports fact of the day today. What has happened today in history?
Yes, sir. Yeah, entirely unprepared on this one. I'm not going to lie. I'm filling air as we go. How about this?
I gave you an unreal amount of time.
Checking you out. Yeah, you gave me so much time, but I just biffed it. All right. On this day in 1929, the New York Yankees slugger by the name of Babe Ruth becomes the first MLB player to hit 500 home runs. That's pretty dope.
That's cool.
Listen, you gave me time and I fucked it all up, but I'm coming with some heat. Babe Ruth becomes the first player to hit 500 home runs in a 6-5 loss to the Cleveland Indians. That's tight.
500 homers.
First ever player to hit 500 home runs. That's pretty sick.
Dude, he was just like a grumpy looking man, just from the photos. You know he's part black, I'm pretty sure.
I'd like to see that 23andMe. I'm sure
that's the like what do you call it, aluminum foil or tin cap or whatever, like
tin foil
conspiracy theory thing that he was part black, but like his mother was black or something. Yeah.
The great Bambino was a black man. I don't know how much I believe that, but maybe he had a schlong. Maybe he was just
something like that.
I believe that 100%. Dude, you were saying that he just looks like a grumpy old man. I was listening to something the other day, and just athletes nowadays are just completely different. Like, dude, the Babe definitely just smacked home runs, went into the dugout, smoked cigarettes, ate hot dogs, drank a beer, and then just went back out there and smacked another.
Yeah, and there's no fancy shit. It was just like peanuts on the ground and dip on the ground and like fans showing up, but like I guess he was a celebrity and everything, but like nothing crazy where like he had to go home and hear more about it. Like no phones, no nothing. He was just reading newspaper like everybody else, going to the same hot dog stand, same diners. Yeah, he was a lot different. He was built different.
Yeah, say. Hey, Jimmy, you hear, Babe, the great Bambino's in town today. We're going to go catch the game. What do you say?
Oh, man.
We're going out to the ballpark. Yeah, so that's obscure sports history.
Obscure sports history. Today, that's a good one. I like that one. Shout out Babe Ruth. Shout out the Yankees. Yankees legend. So, what you got going on as of recent, Tuck?
Boom, boom, making moves. I don't know. So last time we were on here, I talked about like the beginning of my business, and I'm kind of just like I just talked about it, and I didn't say too much. I was like starting a business, but like I'm trying to like continue to like keep the ball rolling with a lot of things, and I think the biggest way, like the easiest way to start a business is to continue to have the conversation with a bunch of different people, because then it becomes a real thing. So like one of my buddies, shout out Jay Nanfito, one of my old roommates, he started his own business. Like he's coming up on his 3rd year here, and so I kind of just wanted to pick his brain about some different things that he did to get his business off the ground and start to hum a little bit. So, and I talked to James Carolyn about it today, and like I'm just like continuing to have the conversation with more people and just like trying to like slowly inch forward with it on the daily, whether that's cleaning up some things on the website, just like continuing to brainstorm different things, and it's like slowly but surely like come together. But other than that, like I've been working a lot on that, but other than that, I've been playing golf. Your boy been golfing. Been getting in the golf game. Got me a nice new set of clubs, and I've been out there smacking nuggets,
Smacking nugs.
smacking nugs. So
Smacking nugs, man.
past 2 days in a row, went to the driving range, and I was starting to find a little feel with the irons. I'm like, oh, I might kind of like this shit. So watch out, Murph dog, when I come down there in September. I'm about to smack you and Matt around.
I hope not, brother. I take pride in golf. Not really, actually. Golf is super fun though. If
Yeah.
I would bet, I'm gonna bet on myself, and we're gonna have a little gander at that. Have a little showdown on the course.
So what I'm hopeful for, it more than anything, is just I want to be able to have competitive matches in golf so that it's fun. And
Yeah.
then that makes you want to continue to keep going a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I do think that I can be at least semi-competitive with you. I'm not betting on myself for shit right now. I don't know what the fuck my handicap is. It's probably 11,000. But
Yeah, I'm terrible. I'm terrible too. If I just hit around 100. I can hit between 101 to 97 is what I'm hitting. 102 to 97 maybe. Call it that.
if you're consistently in that range, then you're gonna dog me. But I'm starting to dial in a little bit. So I'm starting to be able to hit it really straight. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
The thing other than that is controlling the distance control. I have zero of that right now. I'm trying to.
Yeah,
trying
knowing your club
Yeah.
and your distance is the
Yes.
most important. Is huge.
Yeah.
So and when I golf by myself, I'm not that great. But when I golf with Seth is or most other people, but Seth is huge for me for trying to guess distances, or he has a thing on his app, or if you know white on a golf course, if you come up with a white painted spot or white thing in the ground, that's normally 100 yards, or I think it may be red might be 100 yards. I don't know, can't remember, but something like that. There's little key points, and you can know what club is good from that distance, and that's huge to learn.
Yeah, and I'm starting to dial in on it a little bit. I kind of have an idea. I think my 6 is around 170, 180, and then
Sounds about right.
You can take off 20, 25 yards going down. Going up.
I mean, I start with your pitching wedge should be 100.
Yes.
And then everything from there should be at least another 10, 15,
I fucking
20.
smacked the pitching wedge 120 today though.
Yeah, you can, but that's if you're hitting as hard as you can. If you're just giving it a nice swing, you shouldn't be hitting as hard as you can.
I didn't mean to though. I fucking smacked. I was like, oh shit. I don't think it's supposed to go that far.
Yeah. When I'm inside, I have a 54 degree, which I don't really know what that'd be. I think it'd be a sand wedge about. But I have that when I'm inside 60 yards, I use that wedge, and I love that wedge.
Mm-hmm.
It has a big face on it, so it just has a lot of room for air.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But, yeah, there's so much to it. Nobody wants to fucking hear us continue to complain about golf. What's going on? What's new in the
That's true. I had a men's league tournament this weekend. It was fun. Boys went 2-2. Only lost to some college kids. I played all right. It was super fun. Got a lot of sun. The first day, drank a lot of beer. So that was sick.
You were telling me that you were feeling a little fuddy-duddy on the last
Dude, I was for sure. That's probably the most intoxicated I've been playing lacrosse in my life. It was awesome.
Yeah. What was
so
that
much fun. So much fun. Dude, just doing crazy shit, diving into people, just getting contact with the body. And I was wrecking shit on defense.
For your body.
I was turning the ball over on defense like nobody's business.
Mm.
And then getting the ball and getting just absolutely gassed after I got it. But yeah, you definitely gassed out a little bit easier, I think.
You're like, fuck, I should have played a fucking couple games drunk in college. It would have been nasty.
Oh my god, I would have made a team, an All-American.
Yeah.
That was sick. So I love, dude. Men's league is fun. Men's league is good stuff. The guys are good dudes. It's good. It's good time. Men's league's fun.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, that's
Get involved in men's league.
So I started coaching like a youth football team not too long ago, but there's I guess that's another thing that's new in my life right now. But it's kind of cool, a bunch of ragtag group of like dirt burp kids, but like
Yeah.
shout out Sarah, dirt burps, she loves that.
Dirt burps. Yeah.
Shout out Ma Dukes. But there's this newer coach on the team. He's like probably like early to mid 30s. And cool ass dude. And he told me that, so he's one of the directors at the YMCA that helps put on like all you sports and stuff. And
Yeah.
he told me there's a men's league basketball league coming up, and there's also like a men's flag football league coming up too. So I might try to hop in on a couple of those things here soon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, definitely do. They'd be fun. They get a little competitive, so it's fun.
Hell
My
yeah.
personal team, yeah, like we scrimmage each other every Sunday. Or like we play every Sunday, just like games to 7, and there's never any chippy there. Like everyone's cool there. But then when we get to like the actual tournament time, it gets a little bit like that. You know, like dudes like to talk, dudes like to have fun. Boys are boys, let be boys be boys. And the refs are just there to collect a check, you know.
Wait, who's collecting a check? I missed that part. Sorry.
The refs are just there to collect a check. They're
Yeah.
not doing much. They're not doing much of nothing. But hell yeah, dude, I love it. It's super fun. And like I look forward to every time we have games.
Fuck yeah, that's sick. I'm looking.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you something about something else after this. I just have recently just thought like you gotta find ways to keep your fucking competitive itch after college sports. You gotta, dude. Like that keeps you alive. That's I think that's such a real thing. If you're not competitive in something, then you're just in slow motion, dude. You're not moving anywhere.
Right. And dude, like one of our older dudes, he's like 50 something.
Dude,
This is kind of yeah. Oh, we have some guys that we play with on Sunday. They're in their 60s. But this guy's a beast. He's like the ultimate competitor. Just like he loves to gather the huddle, bring everybody in, do a little pregame speech, this and that. My boy Ron, he went to RIT. He's kind of like what I would like to be. He invented something, went back to college to business to learn how to sell it, and then now he's like a millionaire.
Shout out Ron, that's tight.
Shout out Ron, and he comes out and he's ripped and he kills it. And if you were looking at him from like the other side of the field, you think he's 30 years old.
Dude,
little beast.
I love Ron. You sold me on Ron.
Yeah,
that's what
Ron's the boy.
That's what I aspire to do, absolutely. But
yeah,
another new thing, dude. So Jay was shooting some clips for one of his boys. I guess we're handing out shout outs today, because shout out Nick Arborio. You might know that name.
Oh, I know him. Yeah, the wrestler.
He wrestled at Western New England.
Yeah, I know. I've run into a couple times.
That kid's
he's a beast. He's a cool kid.
Savage. And like I think like we have like very similar type mindsets, just because he's a hard working son of a bitch. Like works his ass off at his sport, and that's kind of how I've always been when it comes to my like sports and like my athletics and whatnot. But so he started doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and
nice.
He had his first grappling event on yesterday, and so we went. Well, Jay was like shooting clips for him. Dude, he dogged this kid that he won.
Oh yeah, that's fire.
Oh, it was sick. But
that's fire.
You can very clearly like wrestling is a huge advantage in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, because he was running circles around this guy, getting singles on him, getting doubles on him, just tying him up, and he was trying to work submissions. So the format of it was just 10 minutes, try to submit the person, essentially. Like those are the rules. Like there's obviously like some.
God, that is a lot of time.
That's a lot of time, dude.
Fuck.
That is a lot of time. And
that is so much time.
In typical wrestling, like you did when you were young, it's 2-minute periods.
Right.
Yeah, and I talked to Nick about it yesterday, and I was like, "What's the format for like, or how long is each period in college?" I was like, "I didn't make it to any of the matches," and he's like, "Well, it's first round and second round 2 minutes, third round 3 minutes, and so that's 7 minutes total." Yeah. But you get intervals, and you get time in between to like catch your breath for a sec.
Right.
But this is 10 minutes straight.
Bro.
Yeah, dude. That's a marathon, bro. Yeah.
So like it really is like hopefully that someone gets submitted.
Oh yeah, you hope so. But
Uh,
Nick's went the distance, but he was just like he was relentless on this kid.
Yeah.
So you know what's really weird too is it's very, very, very the scoring of it is very subjective. It's the real two things that they use to score it are
Control.
control time, time on top, and
Yeah.
submission attempts.
Yeah.
And frequently, because there's no like very frequently one guy, so they'll be up, they'll be grappling and shit, and then one guy will just drop and lay down to his side and like invite the other guy to come in.
Yeah.
And then he'll try to tie him up in some fucking pretzel.
Yeah. I went to that class that one day.
Yeah.
And I was all right at grappling because just like knowing from wrestling, I was all right at it, but I had no anything besides a guillotine and an arm bar. But like arm bars are kind of like it's kind of goes unspoken in like most gyms. Or, like in like a class like that, like it wasn't like a high intensity class. You just don't really do arm bars because you can fuck someone up. So and same with like ankle locks. You don't do those either. So if you do an arm bar, you kind of just like get into it and then just let it go. You don't really pull.
Yeah.
So those are the only two I knew how to do, and I was just staying alive, really.
Yeah. But I mean, it was funny being in there because, you know, most places that I walk into, I feel like, you know, I'm pretty physically fit dude. And I think it's just like kind of like human instinct. Anywhere you go into, you're kind of like sizing up everybody around.
Testing the room.
If some shit goes down, am I just fucking clearing everybody out or are we fucked?
Yeah.
So I walked into that place and I was like, if some shit goes down, I'm fucked.
There's also some dudes.
Yeah.
There's also some dudes in there that probably look like some scrawny motherfuckers and that would just throw you in a cradle.
Yeah.
Dude, the kid that. But actually, that's funny. The kid that I work with that made me go, his name's Tucker. Tucker Peace.
I remember you saying that.
Way cooler name than us, Tucker Peace. That's a fire name.
Tuck Peace. Let's go.
Tuck Peace. But Tuck Peace. Anyway, he's a skinny looking dude.
Weird. That's really weird. The guys at my work call me. I've acquired a bunch of weird nicknames throughout my life, but they call me Tuck Peace.
Tuck Peace. That's fire.
They call me Tuck. Yeah, that's funny.
That's cool. But Tucker Peace is a cool dude, and he's a skinny looking kid. He cut his hair kind of recently, but he used to have like a fro, really pale, like crystal blue eyes, really nice guy, really soft spoken. But he was submitting me, and you roll with someone for probably like I think it's like a 5-minute period, maybe something like that, or maybe 4 minutes, 3 minutes. I can't remember the hell it is. Whatever it is, he was submitting me every 15 seconds in a new way, just like down on the ground. He's really good at guard, which is when you're on the ground and I have your legs wrapped around them, and he was just putting my shoulders like this and making me choking, like I was choking myself out.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's crazy.
It was cool.
Crazy. Yeah.
It was cool as shit.
I was sitting there and there was a couple guys talking behind me and they were talking about the scoring and different stuff. And so I just was like, I was really interested. So I started asking them a couple questions. And then Nick came and walked and sat right next to me after his match. And like, I was talking to these two dudes behind me and then Nick was beside me and I started like, it was sick,
yeah.
Dude, and I was getting fired up. I was like, oh shit, I kind of want to.
It's so cool, dude. I love that sport.
Oh yeah, it's so sick.
Yeah.
And then Nick says to me, and I've only really like talked to the kid ever like a few times. He's like, Tuck, you want to do this? I was like, dude, like.
You're so built for it.
I know. I feel like I have a good build for it, and like I really like my build is probably pretty ideal for a sport like that because I'm pretty compact. But my thought was like I've taken on a lot of endeavors as of recently, and I don't. And dude, here's my overall thing: is I know I would go in there, and I know I would fucking get just destroyed by
for so long
by just this scrawny looking dude.
Yeah.
And then that would irk me to the edge of the fucking earth that this random dude just put me into a pretzel, and then I would have to go back. I have to, and like
Yeah.
I would be, and then I would just become addicted to it, and then I would like have to put so much time into it, and so I'm just like, I don't know if I can commit time to it like that.
Yeah, respect to the dudes that do it, but it's expensive as well. It's expensive as well.
Yeah, that's it.
So, yeah, something you have to commit to a little bit. And I remember being really like paranoid, I guess, about my toenail. Because my toenail's gone. I know like fungus is not good, and like a mat setting. I don't think my toe has anything wrong with it or nothing. Like it wouldn't spread, but
Yeah.
I was like conscious about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff when it comes to wrestling and grappling and stuff like that. When it comes to like skin, like infections and fucking.
Yeah.
different
I
rap-
showered before I went, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But it was super fun, and I would do it again. So,
Hey.
but bouncing into what we're talking about here, we're gonna hit on the Olympics today. A little bit of preseason football, and then straight into the sink and swim and the pro tips because there's not much going on. But the Olympics are wrapping up. I believe the closing ceremony was just a little bit ago. Maybe it's
Yeah.
still going on.
Technically, like earlier today here, but they're ahead of us,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, USA, the medal count. I have it. Okay. The final medal count, assuming that all things are over. Yes, final medal count as of 4 hours ago. USA with a total of 126 in first place. Second place, no, we're going to start in fifth. Fifth place, 64 medals, France. The host, obviously, the host of the Olympics, bringing home 64 medals. But they're saying in fourth place, because the way that things are weighted, is Australia with 53 medals because of the fact they have more golds and silvers. Or they have more golds, really.
So they come in fourth.
I mean, that's how they have it ranked.
Who's
Just 'cause
they? Who posted this?
This is just Google.
I wonder if it's something like gold is 3 points, silver is 2, bronze is 1.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go based on total medals here.
Okay.
Total medals starting somewhere down low. I don't know what place we'll be in. We're looking at, it looks like France with 64, Great Britain with 65, China with 91, and then us with 126. So there's no one even in our shadow. But I will say this, the United States coming home with 40 gold medals. How much do you think China came home with?
39.
Also 40 gold medals.
Oh shit.
They tied us in that, John. But we had 44 silvers to their 27, and then 42 bronze to their 24. Honorable mention to France, who had 26 silver medals. It's pretty impressive.
What is China's population compared to the U.S., China?
We have about 350 million, and I would guess that they are around maybe 2 billion. A billion?
You're not terribly far off. It's 1.4 billion.
1.4 billion?
So suck it, bitch. That's all.
Yeah, you bunch of fucking no
Suck
good
it.
athletic sons. We own that. And then a shout out to Japan coming home, the only other country to have 20 gold medals and up. Everybody else is in the teens or single digits.
China may be like way like leaps and bounds smarter than us and have so much more math skills and engineering skills and life skills that probably matter a lot more. But guess what?
Right.
Bitch? We can beat you guys in a game of fucking basketball. We're gonna run laps around you on a track and in this fucking.
No doubt.
You
I would
motherfuckers.
like, yes. There's a couple countries that only have one medal, and I would like to shout out the ones that got one medal and it was only one medal and it was gold. Those are Pakistan.
Really?
I sacrificed my life in Pakistan or something like that, right? And then Dominica, which got one, and then
Wait, what? Dominica?
Dominica.
Dominica, like Dominican Republic?
It just says Dominica, and it's like a green and red flag.
Spell it. Is it with an E?
Dominica.
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 Oh, oh wow, it looks really pretty.
And then I know the runner
Country
from Saint
Caribbean.
the Caribbean. I know that Saint Lucia, also in the Caribbean, that sprinter got the gold medal and the silver medal, and she got their first medal in their country's history, which was gold. And
Yeah.
when you were looking up and down the line, I was obviously cheering for Sha'Carri Richardson. She's a beast. But when you were looking up and down the line, I was like, that girl is different than the rest of these. Like she looks, but like everybody was like, when the camera was coming up to them, everyone was like throwing a piece up or like doing some sort of something, and she just looked pissed off. Like she just looked like I'm here to like win. I'm here to like win by far.
I'm here to win and do nothing else.
Yeah. So I don't know her name, but I think her last name was
Couple
Alfred.
things.
Her last name was Alfred.
Yes.
Shout out that girl.
Couple things here. So you mentioned Dominica.
Yeah.
Dominica is southeast of Dominican Republic, but like significantly, and it's actually north of St. Lucia. It's like a small little island. It looks beautiful.
Well, dude, shout out them for getting that gold. I don't know what it was.
But also, St. Lucia is like, it's probably, so it goes Dominica, Martinique, and then St. Lucia. And St. Lucia is like the same size, if not a little bit smaller than Dominica. Dude, you have to be,
Damn.
you know how what? You got to hit the gene lottery. You have to be just a specimen of a human to like make it out of those countries and compete in the Olympics. Because there is literally no way that you have any kind of good facilities or equipment to use in those countries.
Yeah, I wonder if some people they move away from there and they just claim their lineage.
I thought about that too, but still, the fact that you made it out of that country, dude, there's something to it. There's something to it.
Still, no doubt. I believe the same thing. It's super cool to see like some of these small countries that you've never heard of win gold medals or like be the best at whatever they do. Definitely tight. Speaking of USA basketball, kind of like one of the main events that everyone pays attention to, at least from our scope of things. Both our U.S. women's and men's played France, U.S. women's and men's. It was a dual lineup in the championship, home team versus the dominant superpower, and the dominant superpower came out on top. Shout out Team USA. We did it again. The whole country, we did this. Have a beer, have a shake, celebrate. This is on us. Every year, you make sure you clean that. This is a trophy you should put in your cabinet.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude, this USA team was sick. So sick.
They were definitely really fun to watch.
Well, when you think about it, the lineup of all these guys are guys that started in the league when we were just kids, so we've been watching these guys forever.
Right.
Kevin Durant, I remember him coming out of Texas. I remember Steph Curry's rookie year. I don't really remember LeBron's rookie year, but
Anthony Davis.
Yeah, all those guys. So like this felt like very I felt very aligned with it, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, and like I feel like social media was the same way because this is our part of our generation of whatnot. Hate saying shit like that, but it just feels weird to say. But like people in our age who are like active on Twitter and social media and whatnot, were talking much more about it. People are a lot more connected with it. LeBron, a lot of people's GOAT, like whatever it is for our generation. For 20 years, he's been the best player. KD, who's a killer and kind of like Team USA, this and that, like. Seeing all those like legends that we watch, like Steph Curry play crazy all the time, mixed with the young guys, but like it was still those dudes making the plays. It was still KD having the better game, still Steph Curry in the last two, still Bron leading the charge, And like the younger guys were there. Anthony Davis was there. He's playing. He had a good game here and there. Jason Tatum got not much time. Drew Holiday played well, but it was still those three legends that we grew up watching in all the big games were doing it and like seeing it go from one hand to another. It's like Curry to Durant, Durant out to Braun, like back to Curry. Like it was crazy. It was crazy to see that. So
Insane.
it was really cool.
So
Yeah.
sick. So freaking sick. I am one of the number one LeBron haters, but dude, he's so insane.
He's so fucking good.
He's
dude.
so fun to, and like when he's on your team, oh come on, it's the sickest thing
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
It's the sickest thing ever. He's
Like when we were cheering for the
fun-
Cavs against Golden State, like probably the third year or whatever when they had come back 3-1.
Nah, I was a Golden State guy that year. For sure.
Even when they were down 3-1. I feel like I would love to see them do. I liked Kyrie at the time, but at that point I was cheering for it, maybe because of James, but I mean, Golden State was on just such a tear. It would have been cool to see the parity, and Braun bringing one back to Cleveland was cool. But cheering for him in that stint,
I've always liked Steph, so
yeah, I like Steph as well.
yeah.
I definitely did not like him at first though, because he was tearing it up. He was winning everything.
Just seeing LeBron's ability, dude. Still seeing LeBron's ability to just take over a game. Remember, there was one point. I'm not sure if it was the France or Serbia game where someone had talked shit or like Bogdanovich got. I think it was Bogdanovich got in LeBron's face or something, pissed him off, and he's like, "Give me the ball."
Yeah.
Give me the ball. I'm about to give this motherfucker buckets.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool shit to see someone do that.
Yeah.
It was a really close game with France. I have the women's game pulled up. The women's game was 67-66 to win their 8th gold medal in a row. So the women's teared up.
Did you hear what happened?
No, I did not.
So France hit a buzzer beater to send it to overtime.
Oh shit.
But the shooter's foot was on the line.
No.
Yes, dude.
Wait, but it was 67-66.
It was very well. It was a.
They would have won.
Yeah. No. It's a. So it was 64.
Oh my God, I see.
Yeah. So
holy shit, that's terrible.
Yeah, it was 64-67. But it was very clear that her foot was on the line. There was no. It wasn't even. It wasn't even controversial. It was very obvious. Yeah. But still. No. Shit, dude. Couple of good games in the championship, and that's sick. You know what too is that everyone talks about like the dream team and how they just dominated and just killed everybody to the finals.
Yeah.
Basketball around the world is so much better than it was back then. It is so much better, and the culture of basketball is insane now. There's so many great players, and just teams play stronger for their countries.
Right.
And they step up. Yeah, they step up in the moment, and they have good camaraderie with guys that are from the same countries. That means something to them. So I don't know. This team was impressive, dude. Really impressive.
Yeah, I mean to that same kind of point, I do want to throw out real quick that the United States won by 11, 98-87 over France, but it was a close game at one point. But to your point about the foreigners kind of taking over, like it's a much more competitive crowd and like the FIBA, International whatever Basketball Association, that Jokic brought home bronze. It was like cheering up like crazy, like harder than he was when he won the championship.
I didn't see that.
Oh, he was on the bus, singing with all of his guys. They were hyped. He went to the horse track afterwards. He was hyped off the bronze medal because bringing it to Serbia meant more to him. But
I wonder what Serbia's history is for basketball. Like if they've won many medals or anything. That's still
I don't know.
Gotta be lit.
Yeah, he was hyped. I saw they only had 3 medals overall. So, when you look at the league where it's been, Jokic's been the MVP. Giannis has been the MVP. Embiid, who we thought was not American until the past 3 months. But Embiid, who else are we talking? He's got Luka. Did Luka win it?
Nah, he's in the conversation, but you're just talking.
Luka's in the conversation. Shai's Canadian.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone like
the international players in the league right now are insane.
right. I mean, and then
Dude,
obviously Wemby.
Bogdanovich balled out against
He did.
the
He
U.S.
did.
He
was
balled
pretty
out.
sick.
He was hitting 3 after 3.
Yeah.
And then Wembanyama is going to be the face of the league here soon. So.
Yeah. I mean,
What
it's fun watching him.
What other highlights from the Olympics? What else?
Yeah, dude. I was hoping that he might have had something. I mean, Scotty winning gold and crying on the podium for getting paid $13,000 compared to his normal purse of like, 13 million or whatever.
Yeah.
But he was crying on the podium because he won gold for the best. I think he said the best country in the world when he tweeted it, something like that. And he hardly ever tweets, never uses Twitter. And he tweeted that, and I was like, it means something. This shit means something to me.
Yeah. yeah. Dude was in his feels for sure. Absolutely, bro. That's an emotional moment.
Yeah. Oh, and